All right, today I'm showing you how to do a multi-view drawing for your puzzle cube part. All right, first we don't click on the drawing because that will give you not the one we want. What you're going to do is you're going to click on this up here in the top left, the new, and you should have on your computer the NSB multi-view, IDW. Okay, that should be the one that you have. That's one you're going to want, and if you don't have it, I'll show you how to get it there later. So I click create. And I wait for it. And then up here you type in your name. And then in the next, you click in the next one and you put in your period. Click OK. And you'll see it populates it with your name and the period. Okay, so now this is what you do for every one of your parts. Up here you click on base. And then once you've done that, you click on this button right here. This is to find the file that you want to use. You click that. Now if you had the check mark in your folder, it'll go straight to the pieces that you have. Now I don't want an IPN. If it's not, what you want to have is you can just click this one. The one that has all of them. It'll probably show this, but you have to have the IPTs here if it doesn't show. I'm going to scroll down because I want to do this green part. So I click on that and click open. Okay, so now there's my part. Now I don't want it there. Remember, we're doing front, top, right side isometric. So when I go to this, I can put this, I want to put it above this is my title block. Okay, this is called the title block down here. So I want it above the title block, right about here. I want to have room because I'm going to put dimensions on it. So I'm going to leave it right here. Then I go up and you can see the box right there. I click. I go over to the right and I click. That gives me my isometric. I come down here and you can see I can only go back and forth. I put it underneath this one, I click. Okay, this box right here, this is what shows the hidden lines. The scale looks fine for what we're doing. If you wanted a different scale, you could click on this and make it bigger or smaller. Okay, this is 1:1, works fine. I click OK, and there's my parts. You can see here's the hidden lines for that one side. Now my isometric should always be colored. So I go inside of it, I right click, and then I edit view. Click on edit view. Now I click this button on the right. See, it says shaded. I click that and click OK. Okay, so this is what it should always look like. Your three views, front, top, right side view in these places, colored isometric up here. Always like this. Thank you. Now we need to put dimensions on it. So I come up here and I click on the annotate tab. This is where all the other commands are. Later on, you're going to use balloons and parts list. Right now, we're just going to dimension. So I click dimension. And the first things I want to have now, we try not to put dimensions around the outside. We want to have them, think of this like a box right here. The dimensions you want to have go inside of that. Okay? So to do this, I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do the from here, so you really don't want to click when there's a green dot. But if I click here and here, and you'll see how it goes dash line, dash line, dash line. Those are the proper distances. So I'm going to put this one at the first one right there. This box will pop up and it adds some things. If you uncheck this box, then that won't show up anymore. So I click OK. Now I want to get the whole width of it. So I click here and I click here and I go above it. Generally, we like to dimension off of the same line. This is called chain dimensioning. Works really well. So I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to click here and here, come out to the first dash line, and then I'm going to click here and here, and go out to that first dash line right there. Okay? Now I need to have these dimensions here, so I'm going to go from, oh, I hit that dot. That's okay, as long as I do both, but it can cause problems. Don't click in the middle. Click from here to here. Oh, geez, I keep doing it. And here to here. Okay? I think that, no, it's not. I gotta have, no, that might be all the dimensions. Actually, this guy right here. I'm gonna do from here to here and dimension that because that's this thing here. Now for this project, I'm not gonna really take off if you're missing a dimension, but what I don't want you to do is to dimension everything. Don't dimension here to here, here to here, here to here, here. Don't, there shouldn't be, You'll notice I basically dimensioned the whole thing just on these two views. So you don't put a dimension on every single space, because that's just not necessary. Now, if I'm going to hit, you can't see it, but if I hit my escape key, that my dimension is no longer highlighted. Now, if I want to, like this one right here, that's a little kind of in the way of the one, so I'm going to move it down just a little bit. Maybe I'll move this one, drag it over a little bit. So you can do some of those kinds of things if you wanted to kind of make it look a little better. But that one was like right at that line, which wasn't too good. So that's basically it. Now, you'll see that because I brought the piece in, it says green IPT. The name of my part goes in here. And that's why it's important that when you save it by the proper name, because that will then go in there. Okay? And from here, this little guy here, the little floppy disk, you click that if you want it when you want to save it. And that's it. So those are how to do multi-views. Again, to do it, you want to, let me go back to my home here. You don't click this. If I click this, I get this big giant one. This is not what I want. You always have to go to New and then pick the NSB Multiview. Alrighty, I think that's good.